Welcome back, ladies and gentle frogs. Today we continue on with the Silver Lantern Archives. We will be doing the campaign Dragonlance, the Banners of War. I swear I can say things that sound intelligent sometimes, but since I can't seem to do it today, we're going to let our natural roadblock take a hold of it. He stole the script, so you're going to have to listen to him.
Hello, fellow Roadblock here, aka Steve. Last week on Dragonlance. Or, no, yes, 2 weeks ago. No, last week. Okay, I got it.
Some time
Last
ago.
week we ran for our lives. We ran for our lives from this big rhino looking thing as it barreled down the ancient stairs into a group of hyena looking things. And then we all ran away from it. And it took I need help with the girl's name because I don't have it in
Becklin.
front of me.
Becklin.
Eklund. And we don't know where she is. She got horned to, hopefully not to death, because poor Dara would be sad.
Yes.
And then
definitely would.
3 adventurers went up to scout the area. Steve, Hessler, and Taz go scout the area, and Taz failed her stealth skill.
I think it's
And
Raz.
got all
My name
these...
Raz with an R.
Yeah, that's why I said Raz.
Oh, you're
Oh,
hearing Taz, like T.
So then Raz failed her stealth skill, and then all these little hyena looking things came running after us. Steve, jumping off cliffs, trying to be acrobatic, had fell and almost broken his leg. And then we ran into a cave of some sort, while the rhino and the little mini dogs tried getting us. And then Steve pulled a lever, not knowing what it was, and all the party came back to us. I don't think I left anything out.
Yeah, but you forgot the collapse that happened right after that. But other than that, you're pretty much on the point.
Yeah, I almost died.
Yes. Oh, yes, yes. Raz almost died. It was not good.
So
Steve tried doing CPR, but it didn't work.
we rejoin the group just moments after the collapse of the room with the lever. Y'all have Rosalie and Zinnia with you. However, there has been no sign of Lyril, there has been no sign of Tansy, and there's been no sign of Becklin. And now the path back is blocked.
Well, now we're in deeper shit than we were before. That's great.
Well, on the bright side, at least we
I
won't
think
get
we'll be
sunburns.
fine.
You hear from
On the
Rosalie.
bright side, we didn't die thanks to you. It was Rosalie that cast Featherfall?
No,
Zinnia.
Zinnia.
Damn it. That's a different shot.
Wrong sister.
Looks at Zinnia. Well, thank you for saving our lives. Unfortunately, now we seem to be stuck underground.
Yeah, it's I don't think we need to say that we failed in our stealth mission.
Though it does beg the question of how did pulling a lever open up that up there, causing us to all fall down here? What kind of crazy underground labyrinth have we stumbled upon?
I don't know. I was blacked out for most of it.
It looked like there were broken mirrors on the way down. Might have been a way to get sunlight underground for crops. You hear from Zinnia.
That's so ancient civilization then. Gotcha. Hmm. I wonder if these ruins predate the Cataclysm. Hessler, you seem to be good with dating things. Why don't you take a look around?
I mean, what
Though
do you want
not
me
too
to
far.
say?
Though not
I've
too
already
far.
taken a good
Just
look.
stick together. I mean, we already lost
Well,
Becklin. We don't need to lose everyone else now.
We found our kitty cat friend by now.
Yeah,
we got it.
Taleo, it did fall into the hole. It seems he was in a different hole. but he fell down during the collapse as well.
Okay. Oh, nice to see you again. You were gone, and we had to run for our lives.
Yes. Where is Beckland?
She's maybe
We don't know.
skewered
Missing
don't know.
right
presumed
now.
alive.
Hopefully alive.
Presumed. Let's go for that. Sounds much more pleasant than hopefully.
It will take more than overgrown rhino to take down that woman, so I am not worried.
Well,
Speaking of
let's-
which, can you tell us what you saw when you went scouting? You hear from Rosalind.
Oh, right.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh no, you're the one looking. I was just the one climbing.
That's true. We saw mainly just them on patrol. Rhino seemed really fucking pissed off. I'm just gonna call it a rhino. Maybe it's not a rhino, maybe it is. Big, really fucked up rhino. But we didn't really see much. We were mainly looking for Becklin, and there was no sign of her.
Well, no sign's a good sign, right?
I mean, maybe. I mean, even if there was no sign and they devoured her, there would be blood.
And her armor.
And her armor.
Unless that got swallowed whole.
With those things, I don't know.
I mean, I agree with you. I doubt they would be able to swallow the armor whole, but we don't really know much about this thing now, do we?
No.
So what do we want to do? Steve, it looks like you have
Let's
quite the limp. Should we make a small camp?
Yes, this is true.
I wouldn't mind a small camp. I don't feel like I can stand up for much longer.
Quick question for Cece. You said we fell like 100 or so feet down, right?
Yep.
Okay.
It was longer than
150
that,
and you
but
got slowed.
that was in the room you were in, and you were already at deep underground. So y'all fell pretty deep.
Yeah, just
And,
thinking
and
if we
Steve's
had
coughing
maybe,
up blood.
and just thinking if maybe between all of us we had enough rope and like pittons or anything, we could maybe try to dig our way back up through that where we fell down, but it doesn't sound
I think
possible.
the path is blocked.
We
Yeah,
traveled a
it
good
did.
dozen meters into the corridor before it stopped collapsing. I don't think we're digging through that anytime soon, especially without tools.
I've got a trowel. As Rosalie holds up a gardening trowel.
You got an beginning spell
Oh.
for it.
No?
I can use that trowel
Damn.
on my leg.
Speaking of which, am I proficient in medicine? I am not proficient in medicine, so I am not going to attempt to splint that leg because I'd probably wind up breaking it.
It's already splinted.
Mm-hmm.
We used 2 torches and some rope.
Never mind then.
It needs healed.
Yep.
Yeah, and, well, I'm not skilled enough for greater restoration, so
It's not broken. Just damaged. Are we taking a short or long rest is the question.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
Oh, go ahead.
we don't know how long we have until, well, I guess they aren't getting down here. They were hot on our tail before.
Now
Well,
it's
that big
blocked
thing
off,
couldn't
so I
even
think
get in, and the small ones are not going to go alone.
Out of curiosity, you said when you say it's blocked off, do you mean it's completely blocked off? Like there are doors down here, but does the air feel stale in any way, shape, or form?
It does not.
Does it feel like there's
so
an airflow?
No, not really. There's not really an airflow, but it doesn't feel stale.
that's good.
the big door, when I pulled the lever going back, it shut the door behind us.
Yeah, and then y'all had to run in through one of the 5 tunnels, and the tunnel collapsed behind y'all, so y'all were a ways in.
Yep. So we went through tunnel 3.
Yep.
Yep. Always choose middle, if not left.
Always choose that until it's the wrong
Speaking of
choice.
which, how dark is it down here? Like,
It's pitch since we haven't lit any torches.
Rosalie
I-
Oh, I
and
thought we did.
Zinnia both have their staffs lit up at the moment, so y'all are in complete darkness.
Okay, that's good.
And what do we see?
Y'all are in what looks to almost be a road. Paved stones underfoot with large pillars on either sides. There are torch brackets, but no torches remain in them. And you do see just a little ways ahead at the edge of the light, off to the right, there is a large brazier. Excuse me.
Is it filled with any kind of fuel, like
No, it's
logs,
empty.
oil, anything? Okay. But you say it's
Points.
a road, so it's like a big old underground tunnel
Yes.
that leads off into the distance.
Yep.
Point still stands. Are we staying for a long time or a short time? Because it's definitely not a good time.
Well,
Or just a
I
little bit.
mean, if we take a longer amount of time, I can grab some different spells to help us maybe deal with this place.
It'd also probably give Steve a chance to recover. He's going to struggle to climb on that leg.
Mm-hmm. And I'm coughing up blood.
I personally do not like the idea of making camp in an area where I cannot see much what's coming after us. That long
And
tunnel is basically could be ripe
I,
with enemies.
I don't
I thought you
either, but we
had
don't
dark
really have
vision
much
there, Cleo.
choice.
Sorry, two people talked at once. I heard something.
I said I
about
thought you
pipe.
had dark vision. Oh,
I do, but it is not it is not that far. I can only see about 60 feet.
Well, let's put it this way. Would you rather take a time to rest and make a defensible position? Or go into a fight with Rosalie and Steve in the condition they're in? Both
this
with
is
about
true.
1 HP.
I also have 1 HP. Don't leave me out of this.
That's what I said. Or
You know, you
Rosa.
did say Raz.
Yeah, Raz, not Rosalie. Raz and Steve both have like 1 HP.
I think we should try risking it, making camp.
Yeah, and possibly for first watch, Leo and I can scout forts just to make sure there's nothing immediately near us.
We
I
have
don't.
a solid big ass door to our back, so we're not nothing's gonna be coming after us from that direction,
No,
right?
you have collapsed stone behind you.
Oh, we have a
There
I
is
collapsed
mean,
door behind us.
still, general defensive position, unlikely to be attacked from behind.
Do you
All
want
right.
to know what could attack us from behind? Because I could tell you.
Williams, what
Please do
happened to
not.
your HP? Why is your max HP 0?
What happened?
Williams
Williams?
max HP.
Williams?
Oh,
Uh,
Two-
Supposed to be Williams.
oh shit.
Hello?
There.
Hey, you are.
hello.
All right. I don't know why my HP is 0. What should it be? It should be 30. All right. There, I got some hit points there.
That's good.
Well, I agree with the scouting plan. So sure, it's easily a pretty good bottleneck for anything that comes at us, and we can light torches and set them up in the brackets as we scout ahead.
I'd rather not do that. It might announce our presence to something that scans the corridor every once in a while. You and I won't have an issue seeing in the dark.
You can see in the dark.
How do you think I followed you the other night?
I just assume you kept an eye, some sort of trace on me or something. Wait, so you can see in the dark. So you're not
Yes.
human.
Do I count as human? That's what you're asking?
Well, that is interesting to know. But the rest of you cannot see in the dark, so it might be good to at least have some lights set up around the camp at least.
Yeah, let's. I'm gonna start
Mm,
setting up a camp.
I mean, not too far ahead, but just enough to at least give us some kind of vision.
No longer than half a mile, and either our first door we come across.
Yes, we can, and we can mark the doors we find with a unlit torch, so that way we know.
I think
If
just
this
Neat.
goes
scouting a
on for
door
an
if we can.
extended
What?
amount of time, why would we leave torches behind? We're just going to run out.
We would collect them on our way.
Yeah, but once you light a torch, it's hard to get it to light again.
I said unlit.
So
I
what
thought
are
it
you
was
suggesting?
true.
Hang on. Because it sounds like
I'm
you're just like, I'm going to put
suggesting
torches in the brackets as we go. And then it's like, we're going to get them back. How are you going to get them back?
I'm saying like by any door we find, we put a door, a torch next to it in the brackets to show, hey, we found this door, we haven't explored it yet. If there's no torch, that means we've explored the door.
Oh.
I don't think we want to be exploring doors just yet in case we open into something.
Or
Oh, no, I'm talking
you
about
see
like,
Zinnia hold up a piece of chalk.
Zinnia with a
Can you
smart simple
see
ideas.
chalk with dark vision? I didn't think you could because you
Yeah.
have to see color.
Well, you can still see something's written on it. It'd
Yeah.
still
Oh,
be as a
I
gradient. You wouldn't be able to
I didn't
tell
think
it's
you.
blue, but if it's the same color as a stone, you'd be harder. But also,
Yeah,
you're the only one with dark vision. Everybody else is going to have a light.
I know. It's just for the two of us scouting. That's why I'm wondering. I didn't think you could actually read while using dark vision, unless it's like etched into stone.
Yeah. You won't really be able to differentiate color, but you'll be able to see. So if you write on a wall, you'll be at least able to kind of see it.
Oh, okay. That's my presumptions then. Ignore my prattling.
It's not good on the eyes, though.
Probably not.
that check will work very nicely. Thank you.
Half chalk?
Well, I'll let you
No.
folks go do the scouting. I'll stay here, help set up a defensible location.
Oh yeah. That's just the two of us, and we'll take first watch while you guys rest.
Works for me.
Works for me.
I'll keep an eye out, so everybody can get rested while you're gone. Rosalie goes and plops down at the front of the road away from where y'all are, so if anything comes running out, they'll come at Rosalie.
Get him, girl. I'm gonna fall asleep by this stone over here. I'm pooped.
Do note, y'all have hours before y'all are actually able to take the long rest, so y'all are going to be here for a long while.
Yes. So that's why Dara's starting to set up a defensible location.
What are you trying to set up defensible location with?
I
Stones?
mean, yeah, I guess if there's rubble, we could maybe make a choke point. If anyone's got some extra, like, spiky bits, I don't know, anything I can think of that might be able to use as a
actually like
defensive weapon.
Is there any rocks or big boulder type stones that collapse down that I see that could make for a good what's the word like a no, God, I can't think of the word now for some
A
reason.
barricade? Something to hide behind?
Barricade, yes, like something to hide behind, like a barricade. Thank
Yeah, there's definitely rocks that large. You run the risk of it starting a landslide, but they are back there. You're also in a tunnel that's about 20 feet wide in between the pillars and 10 feet. The pillars themselves are about 10 feet diameter, and there's 10 feet behind them.
you. Okay, so there's already cover.
Yeah, you have the pillars themselves if you want to hide behind them.
Fair.
Yeah, Raz is gonna find herself a nice pillar to lean up against.
There are one on either side. Nice, big, cold stone.
Did any
Comfy.
did any wood debris get
No.
brought down here?
Not at
Okay.
all.
So we can't have a campfire.
So who's going to scout?
Telegro and Hesler.
All right.
You actually see Zinnia starts taking some sticks out of her bag, along with two logs, two small ones.
Oh, well prepared. Very nice. Talil will help by gathering up small fist-sized stones from the rubble and setting them up in a circle for a fire pit.
Fair. Zinnia always does her best to be prepared for whatever happens, so she has a little bit of kindling. She has a log or two in her bag, just tied. It's tied to the outside, so in case in dire situations they have some if needed. It won't last y'all through the day and night, but whenever y'all are ready to actually try to cook, y'all have a fire for it.
Oh, Taleo has that smoked salmon or what? The smoked fish.
The jerky fish.
Fish jerky, yes.
Yes.
Any chance? She has a pot with water in it? I can make like some sort of terrible
doesn't.
fish stew.
If she had a bag of holding, she would, but she doesn't.
We gotta get a bag of holding, or whatever counts for that in this world.
So, it sounds like Taleo and Hessler are going to be scouting on ahead. What is the rest of the party doing? As Zinnia is setting up a fireplace area just in case y'all want to start the fire. Right now, her staff is standing on its own behind her, lighting up the area in which y'all are in.
I'm sleeping.
I mean, if there's any debris that won't possibly cause a landslide, I'd maybe stack it up into a small, like, try to make a makeshift barricade. But if that's not possible, then I'll just assist anyone else who needs
You can
tasks
definitely
done.
get some smaller rubble that's around, but not. It won't really make a good barricade to hide behind. You want some of the bigger stuff that's in the back, and it won't immediately fall. There's a chance it might.
I don't
Yeah,
like
but I don't-
chances right now.
exactly.
I'd like to go around our little area and cast alarm ritually.
That's a good idea.
Nice. I just remembered the mess kit can be used as a cooking pan.
Yep, you just don't have any water.
I have a large skin.
Yep, you got some then. But it doesn't take long for you to get your alarm set up. Is it audible or no?
It is going to be audible.
Do note there is a high
Well, that's
chance
gonna
it
be
is going to echo.
Then it is
I was-
not
I was
going to. If I was aware of that, I would. It's going to be mental. It's only going to warn me though.
That's fair.
Yeah, but
If
as
it's
long as it
mental.
wakes up you, though, that's fine. Because you can wake up
Yeah.
the rest of us.
So it's going to be mental.
Do note you are going to have to cast that again before the long rest is done.
That's fine. I
Because
just want to
remember,
get it up.
y'all are only a couple hours into the day.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a ritual cast, so it's not like they can just keep doing it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
y'all have a long way to go before y'all finish the long rest.
Yeah, at least
He's
it's up for
sleeping.
now in case there are any invisible creatures.
Gotcha. Williams, what are you doing?
Well, I was going to say that I was going to help with the cooking and like help setting up the stove area, the cooking area, and maybe take a crack at helping cooking as opposed to just sitting back and
They're
waiting
not
for everyone else
actively
to do
cooking
everything.
at the moment. It's going to be a later
Yeah.
thing, but they're just making sure
Yeah.
they have it ready to start a fire if need be.
Yeah, so I'll just be there to help out and do whatever Rosalie needs help with.
Zinnia is the one setting up the fire. Rosalie is sitting on Just in the middle of the road, looking
Then
into
it
the
would be
dark.
Zinni.
Zinnia has set things up, and she then leans up against the pillar to keep an eye on her sister before too long. To make sure y'all have people watching before Hessler and Taleo return. What about Raz?
After casting the alarm, I think just resting. They're pretty beat up. Trying to nurse their wounds a little bit.
Fair. So, Hessler and Taleo. The road disappears into the dark, even at the edges of your visions, just going on and on. What would the two of you like to do?
Leo will ask Hessler, how far do you think we should go?
I don't think we need to go any further than half a mile, maybe a mile if we want to push it.
Hessler, Talil will take out one of his coils of rope, and as we're walking, every let's say 50 steps, he ties a knot to measure off how far we're going.
You only have 50 feet of rope.
No, he's like making counting knots.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
not leaving it behind you. Okay.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm making counting knots. It's an ancient way to measure how far you've been going.
Yeah. But as y'all are walking into the dark, you see there is periodically braziers on either side, one on the right, then the next will be on the left, and then right, alternating along in between the great pillars, which are spaced about 100 feet apart.
And none of these
Huh?
have any fuel in them, right?
No.
Okay.
Hessler's going to take a look. Is there any remnants of fuel, like any ashes or anything of the sort?
Roll me investigation.
Where is that? There it is. Oh, pity's sake.
Damn,
As
I
you
don't
look under it, there's no logs or anything, no magical way to light it. There's just nothing. They're
Can I take
completely empty.
Can I take a sniff at it to see if I can smell,
Sure.
like, send the
Well, you don't even
remnants?
enroll. They can definitely tell you there's nothing that that you smell.
It might have been too long for any remnants to linger.
And it's not stifled air, so maybe it's slowly dissipated.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing. It means we're not going to suffocate or die of gas.
Yes, the only thing I am worried about right now is how dry is the air? Like, does it feel? Like, does it feel very humid?
Not particularly. There's a little bit of moisture in the air. That's about it.
Okay, so there may be a chance there's water down here. Hopefully, everyone's injuries can heal up when they rest.
Oh, they'll thrive and survive. They'll be fine.
As we're walking, do we see any doors or anything of interest aside from these braziers, torch holders, and pillars?
Not that you see.
This tunnel has just a whole lot of nothing, Doesn't it?
Can I
I
get a
mean,
perception
it's
check from you?
You may. Nice.
nice duality we got going on here.
Critical fail, critical succeed.
You do notice something off to the right.
Tesla, you'll notice that Leo just stops. What is
You see
these?
something?
No, there's something there, and Talia will approach.
You see there's something laying right next to one of the. It's not really laying. You see there's almost like a chest pushed off to the side that's been cracked. Looks like it used to be a stone chest of some degree.
Talia's gonna pull out one of his javelins and give it a poke.
It feels like stone to you.
Can I kind of wiggle the javelin underneath, like in the lip of the chest, and try to lift it like that?
Javelin wouldn't be strong enough. It's a stone lid.
Okay.
It definitely moves, but it's not enough to fully lift it.
D&D Jesus, take the wheel, and Talia will go up to the chest and attempt to open it.
Roll me in athletics.
All right. 18.
You put your back into it and you slide it off. It crashes off the top. The half that was still on there crashing to the ground. And you see there's really not a lot left in here, but you do notice it looks like some really old cloth, as well as what looks like a doll.
Oh.
Yes.
Don't touch it. Do not touch it. Do not touch that.
Here, Hirsler, I think I have some artifact for you to look at.
Well, that's what I'm good at. Yeah, that looks to be a doll, quite old. CC, am I rolling a history or something?
You may, yes. If you look in Discord, though, I'm sending you the image. As it seems to be of a humanoid figure, long, bushy, red beard. The strands that make up the beard itself look very brittle to the touch. This kind of looks like a children's toy of something that they'd hold on to at night. Based on the hair and the build of the thing, you're thinking it may be some kind of warrior type figure.
I'm thinking some sort of book character, possibly a warrior that died to a volley of arrows.
CC, remind me, do dwarves exist in this world?
Yes, they're
Oh
very
shit.
closed off, but they are the thing that exists. Usually, you see the hill dwarves way to the south, uh, but the mountain dwarves, well, people know they exist. They haven't been seen in ages since they went into hiding, and not long after the cataclysm.
Uh, does the build of this doll make it look like it would be shorter than a normal man? Like, does this look like to Leo's eye, who again came from a world where dwarves aren't like very secretive, like they're all over the place?
I mean, it'd be hard to tell because proportions on dolls are always really weird anyway. But considering you're underground, surrounded by pillars that look suspiciously probably dwarven, you wouldn't be surprised if it, especially since the thing has a big bushy beard, you wouldn't be surprised if it's a dwarf of some kind.
Have we seen any writing?
No, not new writing, but it's solid
Okay.
stone, and you see markings that look dwarven, but not like
I'm
runic
just
or
wondering
anything.
because Hessler does know Dwarvish.
Yeah, it's not writing. You just recognize their style.
Okay.
Well, this to me looks like a dwarf.
The runes match up on the chest, and I wouldn't be surprised with that kind of beard.
I have not seen any dwarves since I came to this world.
They don't get out much.
Odd.
Hassler, you actually have had a fair few dealings with the hill dwarves down in the south.
Yeah.
They're in the area you
They
were in.
they don't get out much though.
Odd. The ones in where I come from, you can't. They get around.
You'll find most species that aren't humans don't really travel much. They like their enclaves. I don't blame them with what happened a few thousand years ago. Thousand? Or was it 100 CC? I can't remember.
Uh, think it's been a couple thousand.
Yeah.
I know I haven't, but Hessler, have you reached in and grabbed the doll, or are you just staring at it?
Nope. Don't meddle with things in dungeons unless they have a good cost to it. Dolls do not sell well. Unless you're getting it for a very odd collector, and that doesn't happen often.
Wait, what? Do we not have audio?
What?
What do you mean?
Is it Twitch not working?
Uh-oh.
Hang on. But it looks like we have audio.
Sing? Let me check. Sing?
Yes, you have audio.
Oh, okay.
Yep, that's coming through on my end as well. Are you sure you just didn't mute it?
I don't know. You saw Kai say we were muted, so.
Weird.
Maybe Kai has a mute.
Yeah, maybe. Alrighty. So, what would the two of y'all do?
And you said there's cloth in here. Does it look like it's just like bedded in the cloth, like it was?
No, it's off. It's on top, off to the side. There is a bunch of cloth, different kind of. The colors look really. Y'all are in the dark. You wouldn't know. Different shades of gray, as far as y'all can tell, but it looks like multiple folded fabrics. They look very, very brittle, though.
I'm not seeing anything worthwhile to investigate further unless you want to dig through the cloths.
Normally I would, but Captain Redmayne told me one night while he was drinking, never fuck with dolls you'll find that look like this.
It looks
Does it
like a
hold
child's doll.
I was gonna
They
say
are
hold and
sometimes
decrepit.
bound to specters and wraiths, and if you're very unlucky, a revenant.
Yes, and I don't think I have any way to deal with those creatures.
I have some, but if we are talking about higher power undead, I would want the whole party for that.
So
Hessler,
put
can
the
I get
lid back
another
on the.
history check real quick?
So, 9.
You're pretty sure the other cloth in there looks to be, at least on top, a collection of 3 cloaks, 2 of them much larger than the other.
That it might have been luggage
Hmm.
lost on a caravan a long time ago. Explains why the casing's cracked. It would have. You said this was a stone?
Yes.
Okay.
Certainly felt like stone, very heavy. So possibly the lost luggage of a little dwarven child.
That or the child and its 2 parents.
Thinking of it like that, the 2 larger cloaks would fit for a parent, with the third that you can see more than likely fitting a child.
So I should probably put the lid back on this thing, huh?
It'd be best.
You
Most likely to
also
anger something.
know, with your earlier history, if you had to guess, this, based on the degradation of the cloth just by looking at it, this thing has been down here for well over a millennia or 2.
That would
So it might predate the event.
probably predates the calamity a bit. Yeah, that or during.
How long do huntings last for?
Do what? Oh, hauntings. They last until the spirit is discorporated or its tether decays to a point where it can't be bound. And then either it becomes free roaming or it finally goes to place it resides naturally.
I kinda want to tempt fate a little bit.
Y'all are currently just about 300 years after the cataclysm. I went and looked it up so I could remember.
Okay.
You know what? No, I ain't gonna tempt fate with the party in its current state. So Delio will reach over the box, grab hold of the lid, and attempt to close this box back up.
It takes a little bit of hefting and moving, but you are able to get it back on top.
And Delio will take the chalk and write down possibly cursed doll on the side.
Fair.
How far have we traveled already?
You have put in 10 knots.
So that's 50 steps. So that would be
500 feet ish.
all right.
Probably
Shall we-
closer to 1,000. Taleo has a longer stride.
Yeah, he does. I was about to say.
Maybe 1,500. He probably goes about 2-3 feet somewhere.
Probably 3. Yeah, 3 ish.
Yeah. Shall we continue?
It's up to you. Because I have no idea how many feet are in a mile, so I cannot. Guess you're using the wrong measuring system.
5,280.
Oh god, yeah, we got not miles, hundreds of feet to go. A few football fields. A few thousand hamburgers. That's one of your measurements, right?
You prick.
You have a very dim view of Americans.
We're the reason why people have foot fetishes.
You know,
God.
that's Quentin Tarantino, actually.
Tarantino.
But I say we move on.
Yes. And Willie will continue walking onward, keeping an eye out for more fallen luggage or possibly, dead remains of a family, I guess.
Fair. Roll me another perception check from you two.
Do you have
Oh, shit.
proficiency in? Oh,
I do not, so I cannot give you 8 on it.
oh, I was gonna say I was gonna give you 8 because I have proficiency.
Doesn't matter. That's a
It-
crit.
yeah.
But you see a good while. Y'all are walking for about 20 minutes before y'all see anything else. When Hessler, you notice a change in color along the stone in the very middle of the room. You're guessing there's been patterns, but there is a change in the pattern here.
It is a bit peculiar. Either
What?
we're coming up to something or we've hit a different strata, but the walls are just chiseled raw from stone or they're stone brick?
They're chiseled raw. But
Okay.
you're looking at the floor, which is tiled.
Okay.
I want to test
So-
something.
Gotcha.
I'm going to take my javelin, and we can agree that the javelin is probably the kind that has a rounded shaft, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to place it perpendicular with the road, so if the road is inclined up or down, it would roll. Does it roll, or does it
No,
just
it
sit
just
there?
chills.
Okay, so we haven't been going up or down at all.
Mm-mm.
Good to know. This is
Well,
information.
y'all did see some staircases along the road, a ramp like area, but it was a light incline. So y'all have gone down a little bit more, but where you are is straight.
All right.
Well, it's some sort of meaning. I'm guessing we're coming up on something.
We should probably light something just to see what is actually around properly. I know we can see generally, but colors are important.
Do I have... No, I don't have any spells that have a duration.
It's fine. Tolio takes out one of his torches and he'll start lighting it.
The torch is lit. Hessler, the area flares with color, and the mark on the ground, while the others are beautifully colored with vibrant tiles, But along the middle of the road, a little bit off center, off to the right, there is a massive black mark with smaller black marks behind it. And as you are you moving closer?
I'm going.
Yeah.
Can I stoop down and investigate the mark? Does it seem
You
like
have to
it's
get
like?
over to it. You're about 30 feet away from it at the moment.
Oh, then yeah, we're getting closer.
You get over to it. This looks like a black round mark, more of an oval than properly round, but you can see behind it are what looks like black footsteps marked into the tile.
So this looks like part of the tile. It doesn't look like something splashed here or was dripped here and
No, it doesn't look part of the tile.
How big are the footsteps?
They tend to be shorter than yours, but a little broader.
Okay. I was
So
just making
Leo's
sure
gonna.
these weren't giant footsteps.
Give me a history check. Not history, investigation. Sorry.
Investigation. I'm still decent at that. Yep.
Yeah,
24.
probably a dwarf based on the size of the foot.
A dwarf.
Yeah, dwarven footprints. Looks like some kind of boot.
So Leo's gonna stoop down next to the big, like
Do
dark
note
circles.
Hessler knows that, not Taleo.
But I can see these marks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
And
Delio,
Hessler is spouting his information since he's just with one other person.
Delio will stoop down by the big dark circle, kind of scratch out with his nails. Does it come off easily? Like
Not
kind of flaky?
easy, but you do see there is almost something on top of the tile. Because if you scratch for a couple seconds, you do see the color starts to come out from underneath it.
Gotch marks?
That would
Does it
be a
feel?
reasonable.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does it feel like soot behind in his fingers?
A little bit.
Are they all the same? Are all the footsteps the same size? Like,
Yes, it looks like
does
one
this look?
person walking towards the big mark.
Okay, I was making sure it wasn't a queue of people that got vaporized or something.
Looks like one person.
One
Okay.
person and one big ass. How big is this black mark?
Um, Decently big. A little bit smaller than a dwarf.
So it's not fire. Probably wouldn't be a fireball spell. That would like
No,
cover this whole area.
not at all.
So it seems like something that happened
But
to a dwarf here.
Hessler, with your investigation, if a dwarf was made of fire or something and fell down, or they were literally on fire, if they were to collapse, they'd probably be a little bit curled. That would probably be about the size of that mark, the bigger mark.
That might be a death there.
Yeah.
Some sort of burning to death, and over time, some of it's hardened, probably like creosote mixing with soot.
Yeah. Yes, I've heard of this carbonation. Yes.
Yeah, a bit. Scotch marks. Either they burn to death, spontaneously combusted, which I highly doubt,
Some kind
or
of spell
they
in.
got set alight by a spell.
Yes, something immolated a dwarf here. Looks like it. It doesn't look like it was attacked here. It looks like it was attacked back that way, and they point toward where the tracks are coming from, and it somehow wandered this way.
Yeah,
Should we
they
follow the track?
expired. Yeah, I think so.
Leo will take out his sword just in case.
Okay.
Was my sword moon touched? No, I got that as my magic. I have not moon touched sword. Okay. But so Talia will start following the tracks.
You see, they go probably about 50 feet back, continuing down the path, so away from that, what is believed to be a death mark. You see the marks go about 50 feet down the road before just vanishing.
Hmm.
There's also no detour made by the feet. They are generally about the same space. The one on the right moving about the same time each time. The left leg, on the other hand, looks like it's not going near as far as the right leg.
His dwarf, I think he had a limp or the bone leg.
Is that where they were damaged in a fight? Yeah, maybe an altercation on the roads, a thief perhaps? Stealing from the wrong type of person?
Looking around, do I see any battle damage on the walls, scratches, scorch marks,
Roll
anything at all?
me a perception check.
19.
You actually do see some scuff marks off to the left. Looks like a long singular scratch that's almost on the other side of the road.
Talia will walk over to it and like just press his thumb against it, gauging the depth of it.
It's
Try to
not like
determine
in. You know how when you scratch some tiles, you leave a mark on top of it?
Hmm.
It's more of that.
More from the blade actually chipping off a tiny bit, that kind of thing.
Not long. The blade wouldn't be long enough. This goes on maybe 5 feet.
Mm,
Maybe an arrow skidding off the wall.
Too steady. You can attempt an insight, not insight, investigation if you want to try to guess kind of what would make a mark like that.
just
Uh,
Taleo or
The
both
other
of
one,
us?
since y'all are, Taleo's looking at it, but I imagine he's pointing it
Yeah.
out to you, since you were
Okay,
pointing shit
I
out to him.
am, but
you want me to
out of
do it, or you
curiosity,
do
curiosity,
advantage
would
if you
my
want?
oh, you have a proficiency?
Yep.
Excellent. I'll do it with advantage.
Did you want to do it at advantage, or just let the guy with the higher score do it?
This is true. So Talia will call Hessler over. What do you think caused these?
Um, 9. 9.
Hessler, you're not exactly sure, but it looks almost as if something was dragged. Either somebody dragging a bag across the ground and something scraping across the ground while it's being dragged,
Oh,
or
it's
a
on the
I thought
floor.
yeah, it's on the floor.
I thought it was on the wall.
No, it's on the
Oh,
floor.
okay.
Yeah.
Or some kind of cartwheel, something happening with that would cause it to scrape against the ground. Maybe a sudden increase in speed at a weird angle.
Hmm.
Both
Something
would fit.
scraping wheels, or maybe something heavy. Maybe it wasn't dwarves. Maybe it was something bigger attacking them. There's no footsteps to follow except for the soot.
They both seem to be heading in the same direction, towards your party.
How far have we gone at this point?
I've been walking for about 30 minutes. So a
I
ways.
th- I think that's far enough for a scouting mission for just the two people. What do you think, Hessler?
I can agree to that. I'd rather back up if we run into something.
The
I don't run into someone down here.
You both. No. Taleo, you hear a rock echoing as it skitters across other rock.
Where did that direction? Where did it come from? Like what direction?
Hard to tell with the echo.
Now, either that came from the camp, and this place really does have a really good echo.
You
That
would have
came
heard
from
your allies' voices, most likely, if it came
Do I
from the
hear them?
camp. No, you haven't heard them for a while.
And we didn't pass any doors or any
Nope.
alleys, anything like that. So Toledo's gonna face away from the allies and towards the deeper into the tunnel, sword drawn and teeth bare. His letter. I think that we have company.
Well, shall we quietly move back then?
I'm still holding my torch, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got my sword out, but I also hold my torch.
Do you have a
I'm gonna
great
talk.
sword, don't you?
Yes, but I can hold it with one hand. I just can't attack with it with one hand.
Yeah, if you try to
Don't
attack, you have
toss it,
disadvantage.
snuff it.
Yeah. So Taleo is going to take his torch and yeet it deeper into the tunnel.
It flies and flies before clattering to the ground. The noise loud and in your ears as it bounces, or the sound of it bounces off the wall. The torch rolling and rolling and skittering away.
Do I see anything? Does anything make a noise?
No, it's all quiet.
Hessler,
Yes.
keep your back to mine. We will walk back slowly back to the camp.
Do you want me facing the dark or the camp?
Face the keep your back to mine. Keep an eye on my blind side.
It does not answer my question.
Well, I'm facing towards the tunnel, so yeah, you would be facing the camp.
Thank you. Okay, I can guide your steps. Tell me if you see or smell something.
Once you're ready, Toledo will start walking backwards.
It's not the first time Hessler's had to do this kind of situation. Eyes out wherever you can see. Well, CC.
Give me a second.
Okay.
I'm trying to do math in my head.
Yeah.
Math.
Regular math or the new core math?
Mathy math.
Mathy math is very dangerous.
Mathematics.
Why are things not doing what I need?
Well, you
Why?
probably used the old math when everyone else now students are learning core math.
Kai is making me laugh.
That sounds about right for Kai.
Oh, Kai.
That made a new realm.
Yeah.
Apparently, my realm ain't good
What's
enough
the
no
thing you
more.
need?
Nope, it's not.
Let's jump back over to the other group for just a moment, as the group is falling back. What are you up to?
Oh, we've just been listening to William regale us stories.
God damn, my mic keeps dying on me.
Probably should charge it then.
Raz has got on the stone and starts like throwing up and down. Just kind of like a not doing hacky sack with it, but like tossing it around, keeping your hands busy.
Apparently, we
Okay.
managed to put Steve to sleep.
Keeps asleep. He keeps like waking up saying weird stuff to the stories.
That's the ambiance. I'm just gonna like kind of pace around the perimeter, keeping looking down the corridor, making sure if I see anybody, if they're running back to us, something horribly wrong happened.
You haven't heard anything as of yet.
How much time has passed?
It's been about half an hour.
Out of the 8 hours, Jesus Christ.
Is
We're
it
not even
half
long
an hour?
resting yet.
Yeah.
That's great.
So, how long are we gonna give them? An hour tops?
Well, they will be gone for a while, probably. And I'm not exactly well equipped to go stumbling down these tunnels.
Neither am I. I wish I had my components with me so I can make a familiar to check on them, but I don't.
And unfortunately, I do not have. I don't carry those such things to help you.
That's fine. It's my fault. I should have picked up some before we left.
Well, I mean, perhaps looks over at Steve and Williams. I mean, maybe one of them can help you. No, maybe not Steve. He's sleeping.
Yeah, I don't want to wake the baby.
His leg hurts.
My everything hurts.
That's why she went to sleep.
No, I mean, how many stores do you need before you fall asleep?
I've
I
already
don't
fell
know. I'm
asleep.
jittery.
Oh.
I'm talking. It's Raz.
Oh.
Now everyone's awake. Everyone's cranky. Everyone's in a bad mood. Good going, Raz.
Oh, no problem. Ugh. I don't know. I'm fidgety. I don't like sitting around.
Well, can't just let you wander off now, can we?
Oh no, I'm not doing that. Hell no. Hold on, you got drinks?
Very, very little. Like enough for a drink for the rest, like the three of us probably.
Okay. I mean, there's nothing else to do.
I mean, well, I'd be up for practicing my bagpipes, but I don't think this is the time or nor the place.
I
Those
think
ones specifically, yes. Probably a bad place.
Steve wakes up and says no.
And goes back
go
to
back to sleep.
No bagpipes. Then he falls back to sleep.
I'm beginning to think he's not actually sleeping over there.
I think he's
Oh.
he's probably faking it.
Well, hand me some of that wine.
I will hand you a small cup full.
Okay.
Nothing has waved the alarm.
Not at all. It is all quiet. Not a thing
That's good.
moving. No sign of your friends, no sign of your enemies. Just your thoughts.
Those are getting pretty
Those are
fucking
scary.
loud.
Meow 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 meow. Oh wait, sorry. Sorry for
Hey.
disturbing you.
Hey, if we go, pss, 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 will Taleo come running?
I don't think that's how. Whatever he is, Leon's work. I think he's a Leonin. He's some little lion.
A cat person, yes. Well, you're welcome to join in on our card game, Raz, if you so wish.
Yeah, I might. Don't know much about cards though.
Well, that's okay. If it doesn't work, we'll play dice.
I don't know much about dice.
What is to know? You just throw
Well,
them.
we're not
You
exactly
read the
playing
numbers
for
off
money
top.
here. We're just having fun.
Oh, you guys want to play dice, huh?
I thought you were sleeping.
Oh,
Unless you want a sleep roll.
Roll for sleep.
I mean, if you guys want to play some dice with me, we could surely play some dice. Steve pulls out some dice.
All right.
Oh, what you betting there?
Betting? I don't have anything.
Oh, that's how this
Actually, that's
works.
a lie. 6 copper pieces. I don't know.
Six copper pieces, huh? Okay.
I need my gold for more important things.
Steve says, I can't take money from you. It's okay.
Why, you
While I
pity me?
have while I have a good amount of gold, betting is not exactly a part of our code.
Who cares
Steve
about
says you're
code? We're
part of
stuck in a hole.
Steve says you're part of the party. I can't bet dice with you.
So what do we do? Roll them and see who gets a higher number?
I will always get the higher number.
Well, that sounds like a challenge.
You want to try playing dice with a rogue?
I'll play dice with anyone as long as I know I can win.
Okay, here we go.
Probably proceeds
Steve
to
rolls.
lose.
What's that?
Raz probably proceeds to lose and gets angrier and angrier.
But Steve doesn't take your copper.
Oh, I will gladly keep my copper.
Steve's gonna walk over the pillar and just kind of sit there on the cold pillar.
Meanwhile, while all of this is going on, dear Hessler and Taleo, as y'all are making y'all's retreat, can I get a perception check?
Dun dun dun.
9, 9, and 9.
Taleo, you hear
Jesus
it
Christ,
first.
Essler.
You're like rolling those nines. Well, to be fair, they're rolling tens, but the negative one's 9.
You
What did I
hear
hear?
the sound of something coming.
And like that, half the party died.
From deeper in the tunnel?
From where y'all were heading. And it is coming fast.
Please be Tansy. Please be Tansy. Please be Tansy.
Leo prepares his sword.
Let me take the shadows. I have some ranged. Might keep it back for a bit before it gets too close.
We are changing maps, ladies and gentle frogs.
Oh boy.
Woo!
Do 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 do. Most of the party won't be able to see. That's okay.
I saw something for a flash.
So Talio will be in front of Hesler because Hesler is to my back.
Yeah, so you'll be like that. As you see something coming charging out of the dark.
Yeah.
As we
And-
are rolling initiative.
I
Okay.
saw someone pulling out the ruler.
I have range. Why would I not pull out the ruler?
Yeah, why am I always not in initiative when it's these games?
This might be able to help y'all see.
I would love to see the chaos that's about to ensue.
Can y'all see?
You guys could just
Uh,
watch the Twitch and put it on mute.
Oh my gosh, I could.
Yep. That
Thank
might
you for using my brain for me.
I
But-
didn't know they were even streaming this, so.
work. Yeah, I stream everything.
Hmm.
Why did that not roll anybody? There we go.
There goes.
Oh,
That's like
God.
you are the first one to react as these things are rushing forward.
Can I actually see that one? It's like it is there.
Yes, it has just broken the dark.
What is the range of that? Is it actually? Okay, no, I want to use that on undead. I don't know if these are undead yet.
It looks like a giant
So we'll just-
creature.
Giant, you say?
Not giant, medium. But if everybody looks in artwork, I give you a vision of what you see come running up. Where's the artwork channel? Here it is.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me. Holy fuck.
Oh, these things.
I was not expecting it to look like
Nightmare
that.
inducing, god damn. Mm.
I threw my phone
Why did you throw your phone?
because it scared me.
That's a horrible thing to throw at a CC.
That is not at all what I'm seeing on the map. I'm seeing like some kind of, I think, draconic creature on the map.
That's
I
the
was
face of it.
expecting it.
It's the same
I was
creature.
expecting the dragon thing. That is horrifying.
Fuck that shit, I'm out. 13
As
hit.
you are going to take a shot at it, and it bounces off.
Not me being a coward.
And start moving down the hallway. Actually, well, I'll hold my movement to move with Taleo, since that's what we're doing.
Why is
No,
there
Toledo
anything-
will say run.
Oh, okay. Fuck that shit then. Fucking legger.
Already?
Just a random torch in the middle of the hall.
Oh, I got rid of it. Didn't mean it for it to be there. That is going to bring us to this one.
And curiosity, that thing is?
A brazier.
Okay.
As Taleo, it comes rushing up this way, hissing and spitting before launching a spike at you. That is going to hit. As that is going to do 3 damage to Taleo.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
As this other one comes rushing up. As it is also gonna throw Moon Spike. That is a 15. That is gonna hit. Dishing out 4 damage to Taleo.
Alright.
This one, on the other hand, is going to dash. Going past Taleo. And it is approaching Hessler. Taleo, what would you do?
Julio will use his bonus action to rage. This is my last rage before my next long rest. Why do I have bless on? Seriously, why are all my blesses on all the time now?
You had
Yeah,
Bless in the
like-
last fight, I think.
Yeah, I don't know what's
that
going on here.
is-
but Talio will use his movement to get in front of the creature and slash at it recklessly.
Gotcha. Make sure you put the tokens on.
Yep. And let me do that.
This is not the time for gremlin mode, cat.
It's always a time for gremlin
I
mode.
can just hear them
And-
behind me.
God damn.
That is a 10 as you bring down your great sword and it suddenly skitters to the side.
Fair.
You don't even have your torch anymore, do you?
No, I tossed it down the hall, remember?
Yeah, I just want to make sure I keep track of it. So, it is going to skitter to the side unbothered.
But now it has a big lion man in its face. I'll roar at Tesla, "Get back to the party!"
You see its bottom jaw split, the front of it opening up as it makes this giant mouth and starts to screech at you. Well, will bring us to Hessler. Hessler, what you doing?
Shit. We didn't make it that far towards the party. We're probably like half a mile away.
Yeah, you didn't even make it that far. Y'all made it like 100 feet. You'll still have about 28 minutes of walking to get past. Back to the party.
Yeah,
much
no,
of
Leo's
step running?
not. Yeah. He'll hold his movement to move with Leo, but he's not leaving him behind.
Leo's literally yelling at you to go and get the
Yeah.
rest of the party.
Fuck you, not happening. Form of dread. And I am going to shoot at the one nearby.
Gotcha. That is going to
19
hit.
hit. Yep.
9 damage.
9 points of force, and it has to make a saving throw for wisdom saving throw.
That is a 5. It is frightened.
Yep. Run, fucker, run.
Frightened doesn't make him run away.
Does it not? Oh, it just gives him disadvantage. What's the one that makes him? It's terror. Terrored?
I
something?
don't think there is a condition. There's spells that
There
do
is.
it.
I was frightened.
Frightened does not
I
make
think
you
it's
run.
Tasha's. No.
Dissonant Whispers makes you run away, but that's not a condition, that's a spell. So you get 5, which is your temp, I think.
Yeah, 7, but yeah.
Okay, cool. It is from
Um,
Hessler.
The frightened condition is a condition that makes the creature run away. The creature cannot move closer to the source of their fear and must use their move to move away by the fastest available route.
That's going to be a newer version. Because Frighten is the frightened creature's disadvantage on ability checks and attack roll as long as their source of fear is within line of sight and they can't willingly approach their source of fear. That might be the 2024 version.
Goddamn 2024.
Yeah, it just can't move closer to me and it gets disadvantage.
Yeah, as long as it can see you.
It doesn't run. I thought there was one that made it run, but
It might,
I'll
there
look
might
into
be.
I'll look. But I'm not running away unless Taleo starts running with him.
Okay. Alrighty, is that it for you?
Yeah,
Alrighty.
holding action to run if Taleo does. That's it.
Alrighty, this one's coming charging forward, sending a spike at Hessler.
Okay.
Spike. That is going to be a 8. That's going to miss.
Yep.
This one in the back is going to dash. This one's going to try to bite Tulio.
Julio.
That is a 19, which is going to hit. Because advantage, disadvantage. That is going to be 6 piercing. Down to 3.
3. All right. This. Just check something. So if I go here. Damn it. I was hoping I could. Oh wait, I don't even have a daunting roar anymore, do I? Well, yeah, how will I get that back?
I think you used it.
Yeah. So Toledo will attempt to. It's the creature's turn. The turn is done, right?
Yeah, it tried to stab you.
All right. So I'm going to try to recklessly attack it again.
That's gonna hit.
12.
That is gonna bloody it.
I'm going to yell at Hessler. Hessler, I'll be fine. These things don't have much health. Their skin is weak and feeble.
It's 20 minutes back.
All the more reason. Get a head start.
Not happening.
Fine.
Hessler.
Ah, so that one's right up fucking close. Let's take a bite at it. A 9 to hit, that misses.
You were gonna try to getting into its carapace before it takes its spiky foot and tries to drive it through the top of your thigh, forcing you back.
Okay.
I just realized I didn't need to use reckless on that, did I? Because they have
Yes, you did.
disadvantage. Oh yeah, I don't have.
It has
advantage, they have-
disadvantage against you.
Gotcha.
But this one is
Alright.
going to come charging up this way, trying to jump onto Leo's face, trying to stab it with its front mandibles. That is going to be a 12, which I think misses. Yes, it does. This one's going to go for Hassler. Going for a stab.
Even with my even with disadvantage.
Yeah, it was a 7 and a 12.
Gotcha.
That is a 16, which is going to hit Hessler as it gets you in the top of the foot, dishing out 6 piercing. This one is also going. Your dread only lasts a single
It
turn?
lasts 10 rounds. It's a full minute.
Yeah, but the frighten, I think, only lasts for 1. I think you have to redo it.
During.
Till the end of your next turn.
Okay, yeah. It's no
So
longer
it is no
frightened.
longer frightened. Because you can re-perk it, but you have to re-perk it.
Yeah, I have to perk it.
You have to re-proc it. Meaning you have to hit with it.
Yeah. No, you said perk. No, not making that joke.
Shut up. As this one is going to, while the other one's up trying to get into Thaleo's chest, this one's going for his thighs. Stabby stab. That is going to hit, dealing out 6 damage down to 3. Thaleo.
I will recklessly attack this thing again. Come on.
It's going to hit. 9 damage.
Nice.
Still
great,
standing.
Nice. That's it for Toledo. I don't have any bonus actions I can use.
Hassler. That's going to
20
hit.
to hit. 5 points of necrotic.
Makes a wisdom save.
And
It succeeds.
makes-
19.
Yeah, and I am going to bank that 5 damage. Do my next roll.
Gotcha. Anything else?
It's just an action. I have
Ooh, I forgot to give
bonus.
Whoops. Forgot to show them the map. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't have anything for bonus, so no.
Alrighty. That is going to bring us to the creatures. This one's still going for Taleo's face. Reaching out, it's going to try to bite his throat. That is an 18. That is going to hit, dishing out 4 damage down to 2. Next one's going to try to stab Hessler in the gut. That is a crit fail. This one is going to go for the calf. That is a 21. That's going to hit, dealing at 5 down to 2 damage on Taleo.
Alright.
Taleo, it's your turn.
Once more slashy slash.
Gonna hit.
3.
16 damage as this one is going to collapse.
I sliced this disgusting head off. Turn to the next one. And that's all I can do right now.
Hessler.
Level 2, you know.
I am going to take that +5 and shoot the one beside Taleo.
Do note that's a
It's a 19 to
disadvantage.
hit. It's a disadvantage. Okay.
You're in melee.
Even better. So 19 hits for 8 points of force.
Does it add it to your to hit? I thought it added to your damage.
It's to my next game bonus
roll.
equal to damage dealt to your next dice roll.
Oh, just to your next dice. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Alrighty, that is going to be 8 damage. Anything else?
I'm just going to move to the other side of this so Leo can get to it.
Gotcha. This one's going to stab Taleo. That's going to be a 15, taking a hit for 8 down to 4.
Ow.
Was that the dead one? No, that's not the dead one. This is the dead one. This one's going to try to go for Hessler. That's a 24. 6 piercing to Hessler. Delay.
Okay.
All right, I'll slash again recklessly. Reckless as fuck.
It's going to hit. 11 damage.
Oh, that's why my gift wasn't working. I was using the wrong one.
Anything else?
Oh, that's it.
Hessler.
Oh, did that one do its wisdom save?
No. Or no, didn't you miss?
No, I hit with the 19 for the
Oh,
Eldritch
yeah.
Blast.
I took it off. You did what, 5 damage?
I
damage.
did 8 damage with force.
Oh no, I did take it off the right one. They are going to fail, so disadvantage.
Okay. Yeah. See if it affects its attack.
Or be gone.
Sorry.
We're already well past it. So.
Well, I meant it attacked Leo. That's what I meant.
Oh yeah, it just attacked. Have I even rolled
Sorry.
its attack yet? Oh no, I haven't. Okay. I was very confused. I thought it was still on your turn. Alrighty. It is going to make a disadvantage attack. That is going to be with advantage, so normal. That is going to be a 14, which misses. This one's going for Hessler. Going for a stab. That one's going to get him in the side of the neck, doing 6 piercing. As it misses your jugular, but scratches down the front of your chest. Delay.
Reckless attack.
It's going to hit. 10 damage. Going to leave this one as bloodied. Brings us to Hessler.
Okay.
That is going to miss.
12 to hit. Bugger. Doing poorly on these.
Anything else?
Nope.
This one is going to disengage, and it's going to run this way. Bringing us to this one, who's still trying to eat Hessler. It's going to bite your forearm for a 17, dishing out 8 piercing. Which brings us to Taleo.
How much? Okay, so Hessler's bloodied, but I think Hessler could handle that thing alone because I want to finish this thing off and get it bring back buddies.
And if you help me with this one, I can kill it off at range.
Right there.
It's gonna run away though, and I can make it over there.
I'm just saying, Hessler's not a melee fighter.
I think I could finish it off this round though. So
That's up to you.
both of us can actually. I think. I'm gonna try. I'm sorry, but I want. We're risking it. So I'm gonna run after it because it can't escape me. I'm gonna slash at with red mane recklessly.
What's going to hit?
2.
15
15.
damage. That's going to kill it.
Good. It's the end of my turn.
That's going to bring us to Hessler. Giving yourself some temp. Gotcha.
Yeah.
This one's dead. Anything else?
That's all.
This one is going to go for a dash.
Running away.
Yep, you get attack of opportunity.
They run past me
17
too.
Hit.
3 points. No, it went up and left.
Oh, these things can crawl on the walls.
It's not on the wall. It's just ran behind the pillar. Delay.
Leo will. Yes, I can make it. I'm gonna run after it. Can't get away. Can't get away that easily. And slash recklessly. Yes.
15 damage.
That's all I can do right now.
Hessler.
25. 35. Eldritch Blast.
It's gonna miss.
Bollocks.
Against it.
That's all I can do.
It is going to continue running this way with a dash.
Get that last
Opportunity to
strike
attack?
in.
Yep.
And it's not my turn anymore, so this would be at normal.
Mm-hmm.
16.
Gonna hit. 10
10.
damage, still alive.
How far up did I manage to get?
80.
God damn.
So it's gonna stay out of melee range of you.
Alright, well, I'm going to move my maximum to as close as possible and throw a javelin at it.
Okay. It's gonna miss.
Damn it.
Hessler.
I don't think I can see it.
No, it's out in
And-
the dark somewhere.
Yeah, it moved 80. I can't keep up with that.
As it's gonna move another 80. To Leo.
At this point, it's probably way too far away for me to even see.
Yeah, it's out of your range.
Well, that's all I can do. We can do. So Talia will start heading back down.
Alrighty, as we leave combat.
That
What
went-
in the nine hills was that? What were those things? Just
I don't know. It's
okay.
light a torch. I want to see the color of this thing. If it's gone pale, it means it's lived under here for a long time. If not, then it might see some sort of lights.
He'll take out another torch and light it up.
It is a very dark purple carapace.
Dun, dun, dun.
So it might encounter lights from time to time, but it does stick to shadows. It's good to know.
Ugly fuckers.
Very.
Talia will take out his other coil of rope. He has 2 plus 1 very very special rope, and he'll tie up one of the creature here around the middle and start dragging it over to the other one.
Gotcha.
CC, how was the flavor profile, by the way?
Hmm?
Lich Breath, Vampire Bite. How was the flavor profile?
Huh? What are you asking?
Hessler ate some of the creature, technically.
Oh, you
How was
kind
the
of
flavor
bit into
profile?
the you bit into the side of it, and it didn't taste all that good. Kind of wiry. Mostly a lot of carapace, so like biting a lobster.
But this carapace wasn't particularly hard.
I mean, yes, it was.
I got through it pretty easily.
Yeah, because you kept
Crazy.
rolling over a 20.
Oof.
Plate
We
armor
can take,
is less hard than that. So bite me.
but we can take these things back, and maybe one
I
of
think
the
that's
others
Mama's-
knows what they
I
are.
think that's Hessler's thing. But yeah, Talia will tie up both creatures and start dragging them back to camp.
Okay.
Fresh meat is fresh meat.
I mean, if it's edible.
Great, you guys are gonna drag some kind of alien creature back to camp. And
Yep.
make us eat it.
You're just gonna see a bloody Talio pulling back 2 creatures. One that's headless, and the other. I think for that one I just straight up stabbed it through the mouth. Gross ass mouth.
I think we just travel back then.
Agreed. Hopefully that other creature doesn't bring back more.
Yeah. Well, we'll deal with it if that happens. Hand me the other side of the rope. I'll help you with it at least.
He'll like slacken some more rope just to give Hesler a place to grab and start and continue the drag.
You're pretty decently heavy, so it's gonna double y'all's time getting back.
That's fine. That's fine.
You're also leaving a trail of blood.
Oh, they already know we're here, so.
You gotta think that way.
So another hour passes before y'all finally return to the party.
Before we get back, Khalil will ask Hesler. So you mentioned you are of some kind of human, and may have saw you literally rip into one of these creatures with your teeth.
Not. He wouldn't have done that. What you would have seen was more pulling life essence out. But.
Oh, okay.
Take a step halfway in the grave, and you might find out one day.
I mean, I am a soldier. I do that anytime I'm on the battlefield.
Have you literally perished?
No, can't say I have done that, but
Then
are you
don't
undead?
is. I think partially. There's no real signs to it. I mean, my heart still beats.
Sometimes.
I don't need to breathe though.
If I remember correctly, Hesler is pale, or
He's a Dampier.
No,
He is quite pasty, but he does look tanned. He's more gaunt than anything else, I'd say.
Well, as long as you do not try to take bite out of me, that does not really bother me.
I would ask first, and that'd only be in emergencies. If you want, I can carry some rations around for you to offset the balance.
Oh,
But
it's
I try to get my meals from things like this. Much easier, much more humane.
Well, hopefully, whatever these creatures here are don't give you a stomach ache.
I doubt it. I just wouldn't want to bite into anything dead. Don't think that would do well for me.
Oh, with how hot these things' blood is, I can definitely say they are definitely living.
Yeah, I'm feeding well apparently from the weight.
I think that might be I think that's just the armor plating.
Minerals have to come from somewhere. I doubt they're eating iron.
Oh, I don't know. Look at these teeth.
Look at the teeth. They're sharp teeth, isn't it? It's
Yep.
like
You do see there are some very square teeth towards the back.
Possibly. Wouldn't want sharp teeth, but the flat at the back might help with that. You never know with creatures.
Yeah.
Especially something is with many legs as this thing has. Yeah, it does have 6 legs.
One. I think it only has 4.
No, it's 6, and I think the front 2 don't count as arms. I think they count as legs. 2, 4, 6.
Yeah, you might be. Yeah, it's got 6. It's got 6 legs.
It's effectively a 4-legged creature with 2 underlegs.
Ah.
Okay.
So technically a 6-legged beast. But the bottom ones don't look like they're mobile ones, more like a prehensile. More likely used for grabbing what's underneath them.
Much more pleasant chrysalid, in my opinion. Fuck chrysalids.
So we get back. So after an hour, we get back to the camp.
Yep.
Oh, what the fuck?
What?
What
You
is
got
that?
dinner.
I'm not eating that. That's disgusting.
Hey, I
What
would like to
even?
keep our dried rations like as much of our dried rations as much as possible if we're down here for a long time.
Look,
There's
I'll eat anything, but not that.
You can't be picky in a survival situation.
Well, I think that we can.
And you will be hungry.
Well, we got rations, so we won't be hungry right now.
You'll be hungry later if we run out.
I'm gonna be hangry if you make me eat that.
Steve
Yeah,
will
there
try it.
is.
You're just
Maybe
gonna
some
rip off
points.
part of it and eat it raw?
No.
No.
Leo is gonna bring it into the middle of the camp, and he's gonna take it. He's gonna take out his sword and cut off all the legs and the tail and the head, leaving just the torso.
Raz is scuttling away from that shit.
I'll use a smaller knife to just pry off all the chitin on its back. Till I think it was kind of resemble a shank of beef.
Mm-hmm.
Not shank. What's the term? Side of beef.
Wank.
Isn't it a
This-
lamb shank?
No, well, beef has shanks too, but it probably would look like a side of beef after I'm done trimming all the nastiness off.
I don't know anything about
Many
beef.
different. There's many different cuts, so.
I don't know anything
And,
about
like,
meat.
before it's cut up, like
I doubt it looks
A
like
slab
any
of
red meat.
Let's just go with that.
Huh?
It's also oozing with green blood.
Before we cut it up so it's unrecognizable, does anyone know what it is?
Perhaps we should also
Rusty.
drain the blood out of it.
oh, I thought that was okay. Yeah, that probably wasn't implied. But yeah, Talil will kind of hoist it up into the air with the rope and drain it, just slit its neck and just drain.
Raz is
One
gonna
doesn't
try
have
not
a
to
head.
throw up. Okay, she doesn't throw up.
Can I get a nature check from anybody that wishes to identify?
I want to know what the fuck I'm eating. I don't know what the fuck I'm eating. I'm still eating it.
I don't know what it is.
Ugh, fucking gross.
It doesn't have to be skilled.
No, you just roll it.
Fuck's sake. Williams.
Williams,
Please.
you know what it is. It is a Kruthic.
And do we know, or does William know if it's actually edible or safe to eat?
Decently so. It's some kind of cross between an insect and a drake. Almost.
Insects are high in protein.
Well, I'm sure it's slimy yet satisfying, but I am still not eating it.
Don't throw Disney references at me right now.
They are known to be sadistic half reptiles that are unyielding forces of chaos and destruction. They
Oh,
are
sounds lovely.
aggressively territorial.
Does William mention that to Talil?
Yes.
Well, Talil will take two of the three remaining javelins he has. Is it possible I could jam these into the ground?
No.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, in that case, I'm going to grab a couple of biggish stones, let's say
Hang
20
it on
pounders.
the where the torches go.
That's a good idea. So I'm going to go
That's
to
why
the
Steve's here.
I'm going to go to the individual torch racks to either side of the camp and put the head of both creatures on those things. There. This way they know this is our territory.
Great. I'd love to look at those. Okay.
Too bad I
Um.
can't see them. They're fine.
Yeah, close their eyes, and they're not there anymore. Okay. So what the fuck are we doing? What did you guys see?
These things. Also a small chest that had a creepy dwarven doll inside of it, alongside some robes. We think it was left behind by a dwarven family.
So we stumbled upon an old dwarven ruin.
Great. With no way out.
I would imagine they probably have another way out.
And the way it's forwards.
these things have to feed on something, and since we just got here, it can't have been us.
All right. Should we try to rest or?
Well, we should eat first. I guess you guys will be eating your rations.
No, I won't knock it
I'll
until I
try it.
try it.
Leo will slice off a chunk of it, and like a steak, and start frying it up in the pan of his mess kit.
So you're just gonna start flipping it on the pan?
We should
Pretty-
probably, yeah,
pretty much.
Just flipping them burgers, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I have a way to make a spit and roast the whole damn thing.
I mean, you got a javelin.
Yeah, but what am I going to use as the fork as the forks? You know,
Your
to hold
friends.
up the whole. You know how hot that's going to get? Trust me on this. I've burned myself on one of those before. It ain't fun.
But your other issue is it's not gonna get hot at all right now, and I can guarantee you that. You wanna know why?
But y'all haven't
Because the
started the fire
fire
yet?
is tiny.
The fire hasn't been set. They only have 2
That,
logs. It's
yeah.
not gonna last long.
And it's tiny as shit.
Oh, okay. Then in that case, Tolio will start up the fire. A couple of logs that it can get hot enough to cook with.
Yeah, that's not the problem. It's just it won't last, which is why it hasn't been started.
Okay. So Tolio will start up the fire and start cooking.
And for now, she is only going to use one of the logs, not the 2. That way, you'll have a log for later.
You said these things were part Drake?
Something akin to it. It's reptilian.
Tolio's gonna take like a little bit of the blood and like kind of flick it at the fire just to see if it catches fire.
No more than any other blood.
Okay, I just thought maybe it might be flammable.
Yeah, we're going to detonate it.
It's green.
Huh?
But y'all are able to eat. It's not the best food in the world, but it's food.
Yeah,
I need-
probably not that
I need to
tasty.
start putting seasonings.
If we only had salt and pepper.
Hold on, let me see if this spell does this.
If only Tartufo was here, he always has seasonings.
Right?
With Taleo not looking, Williams is going to prestidigitation his food to taste like dog kibble.
What? Why dog kibble?
Do you
He's
know
a
if that
cat.
has a verbal component he'll be able to hear?
Oh, sure.
I was gonna prestidigitate mine to make it actually taste like something edible.
But
So
yeah,
I just
you
see
bite
Will-
into it. You hear a spell. You bite into your food, and it tastes like the most racist thing in the world.
So
I'm gonna look over at Williams because I could see that Raz is probably casting it on her own food, and he
Oh,
probably
yeah, she
cast it
is.
on my food.
That wasn't me. I didn't do anything.
You liar.
You're the only other one who cast a spell, Williams.
No, it wasn't me.
All deception, you bitch.
damn.
God damn it!
Ouch.
Taleo, I respect you too much to do that kind of thing. It would be beneath me to do that.
Oh my god, you're rolling natural 20.
Yeah.
Leo looks at you, looks at his terrible tasting meat, and just kind of flips it on, like just chucks it into the fire.
You're gonna need your strength, you hear from Rosalie.
Yeah, you
Uh,
can't be picky when you're on the run.
Exactly. It's a survival thing. You have to eat it.
I look
Rosalie
over at the.
was not paying attention in the slightest, or missed this entire thing.
I just cut myself a fresh piece.
Here, what do you want it to taste like?
If you could make it taste kind of spicy, I would like it.
I will make it. I will cast prestidigitation and make it the spiciest shit. Like la 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 lava chicken. spicy.
It doesn't quite have the effect of spice, but it does flavor it like it's spicy, which is weird because it
I'm
doesn't
giving
fully
him
have
Lava
it.
Chicken.
It's weird because it doesn't actually
Steve,
make it spicy, but it tastes like it should be spicy, but it doesn't have the kick.
Hey, where
look,
are
only
me?
magic
It's
can
the
only
best
do
of both
so
worlds.
much. All right, are we bunkering down for the night, or are we chasing more of these things?
Hopefully they do not approach, but I think we should definitely bunker up. I assumed, or at least while you guys were all here, you did manage to rest up enough while we were patrolling.
Could we
We've
take a
only
short
been gone
rest,
an hour and
Casey?
a half.
Yeah, it'd be a short rest.
Okay, I'm gonna use Arcane Recovery to get 2 spell points back.
Well, I think we're taking a long rest.
Yeah, but it's
I
only
know,
been
but
an
just
hour,
in
so.
case. Just in case things go to shit, I don't want to be on 1 hit point.
Yeah. That's why I rolled a hit die just to see as well.
Hey, those spikes those creatures threw at us, how big were they?
Not very big.
Okay, so not javelin sized.
Nope.
I would like to replace that one I launched into the darkness.
You might have been able to get some pieces from the bodies, but you kind of cut them up already.
I only cut up one. The other one's intact.
Fair, so you could attempt to recover things from that one.
Or we could just find your javelin when we go back down there.
Well, I mean, these are monsters. These are monsters. They might have useful things. Monster parts, you know.
Indeed.
Come on, Marla.
Never
You're a monster hunter like me.
never underutilize what nature gives you.
Do you want to attempt a check to try to recover things from the other one?
Yeah, I'm gonna try it.
Roll me a survival check.
I have proficiency for survival, but I'm going to use a hero point to give myself advantage. 19.
You are able to recover 5 spikes that can be used as +1 arrows. They are not magic, but they will give you a +1 to hit and a +1 to damage.
Nice. Is Lyriel around?
No, you lost her.
Oh, but Steve
Oh.
is.
Oi, Steve, here.
Steve
catch.
can always use them.
I don't actually
You have
toss
to
it, but
keep track of when you use these because you only have 5 of them.
Okay.
if we find more of these creatures, I'll remember to harvest them. But
Are they
we'll hand over this little bundle of arrows.
that being the compendium?
Actually, no, they wouldn't be on their own. They wouldn't be, but they can be crafted into better arrows.
Okay.
But you would need wood.
Anyone?
You need fletching, wood carving tools.
Okay. Gotcha.
got those?
I'll just put them in my bag.
Lyral
just keep 'em in
does,
your photo for now.
wherever she is.
But I think it's time for a long rest because we're all feeling it.
Depends on what else happens the rest of the day before we hunker down for the night.
Throughout the night, you'll hear sounds echoing through, but for the most part, it's very, very quiet. To the point where every time somebody moves, you can hear the shuffle loud as a cannon. It's also very cold down here. But eventually, the lights go out, dipping you into total darkness, while Rosalie and her sister are asleep. So there's a long time when nobody can see. And the time passes. And eventually, you think morning may have come, but you have no idea how. You're as rested as you think you're going to get. Steve is feeling better. and you'll have finished a long rest.
Yay!
Nice.
I'm gonna start doing whatever paladins do to
Ah,
get their spells ready for the day.
Okay.
my long rest button not working.
Wait, paladins can change their spells after a long rest?
I think so.
Yeah, they're like clerics.
I remember seeing that whenever I play
There
Cornelia.
it is.
I can double check.
I thought wizards are the ones who could change their spells daily.
No, clerics can. And I think druids can too.
Yeah, druids can for sure.
And
Might be
wizards can only
confusing
do
with
it
like
within their
sorcerers.
subclass. Artificers can do it too.
Hmm.
Let's see. Let's see. Where's your spell casting? Here we go.
Yeah, it is when you finish a long rest. I just looked at Roll20's compendium.
Yeah, I'm going through it. You can change your list of prepared spells after a long rest. It takes you a minute per spell level for each spell on your list through prayer and meditation.
Yeah, so it takes me like 4 minutes.
Yeah. But soon enough, the party is up. Y'all's makeshift camp is packed. And y'all stand yet again in the light as the mage lights surge from the Frostcall sisters' stads.
All right.
Do note, Taleo, your torch has completely burned out and you have lost one torch, at least.
Well, I can take these two torch things off my leg. Give them back.
You can keep them if you want. I don't have much use for them.
Didn't I toss
Alright.
that torch?
You tossed it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tossed that torch. I don't remember lighting another one. So yeah, I figured I don't have it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's gone.
These two then. Take these two that are around my leg.
And I only have 3 javelins left. And okay, so I guess he's handing me 2 torches. That means I now have 11 torches for some reason. All right, let's get moving.
Is there anything you would like to do as you're walking?
Steve would like to keep his perception up for these little creatures, even though I can't see that well.
I mean, I imagine we're all keeping our guard up.
Mm. Hours
Just keep.
pass, one after the other. Before long, y'all do find the blood splotches in which the monsters fell. No sign of the other one. Even your javelin
we
is
did.
gone, Talea.
We did bloody it, so there might be some sort of trail, but it probably doesn't go that far.
With how injured it was, it might just lead to its dead body or something. I don't know. Is there a blood trail that leads deeper into the cavern, the cave? Or the
Roll
cave
me
tunnel?
survival with advantage.
Mm-hmm. 16.
You're able to follow it before you see it disappear into the roof where there is a crack.
Let's not go that direction.
I don't think we can. I mean, I could probably climb my way up there. I don't know if the rest of you can.
I could climb up and throw a rope down.
Did we all fit through there?
How big is this crack, CC?
The smaller members of the party would, but people like Taleo, you'd struggle to get through.
Yeah. Yes, we probably should not follow a wounded beast into its lair.
Especially when
Williams,
there's
another
probably
thing
more.
you know. While that thing was probably an adult, there are usually 3 different kinds. The adults who take care, the young who they are watching over, and then the Hive Lord.
How would I know that? I thought Williams was the one
That's
who made
why I
this
said
info.
Williams.
I heard Toledo.
Nope. You said
No,
Williams.
he said
Oh, I heard
Williams.
Williams.
Oh, damn.
Cat, clean out your ears.
Oh, we picked enough on Tilio to last a while. Let's give him a break.
So yeah, Williams.
Okay.
You do know that information if you wish to share it. It
Yes,
is
Williams will
likely
share
in
that
the den,
information.
keeping an eye on the hive.
Yes, Williams will share this information.
Which one of those 3 categories would typically be out hunting?
Are you asking that of Will?
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you care? Or are you just ignoring him and moving?
sorry, I thought he was asking you. Well, I would assume the adults would, not the little ones.
Is that right, CC?
That's what he said.
Everything hunts at night. Maybe that's why they were
I
out
don't
and
think
about.
they know what night is.
That's fair.
They don't. They do. They have seem to have eyes that like function.
Right, but they're underground, so there may not be a day-night cycle.
Fair. So if we start to see anything insecty, definitely steer clear of it.
That is sound advice.
Ooh, if I can I get up there? I just want to like peek out, see what is there.
How high up is the roof?
Probably about 50 feet up.
Oh, okay. I'm not a good climber, so I'm probably gonna leave it.
Do you want to look again?
Kinda. Just want to make sure we don't get ambushed from behind.
We do the routine we did last session.
All right.
But will you be able to see what's up there?
Yeah,
Since it is dark.
I wouldn't recommend lighting a torch.
I can squint.
It's pitch black when you're away from the mages.
Okay, then I probably can't. It's probably not worth it.
I say let's just keep going.
Yeah, we'll hear them coming. We did hear them
Yes.
last. Well, you heard them last time.
Yes.
It's not
I
like we can
recognize this
retreat.
ground. There is only one way to go, and that is forward. As Captain Redman used to say, march on, march on.
I want to send an image to Will real quick. Will, you have a vague idea of what their hives look like? And the number of creatures that are likely moving around in it?
Yes, and Williams will strongly suggest that we don't go into their hive.
Yeah, you can see that image?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Leo will ask
Heard that.
William to describe what their hives look like so we can avoid it.
Nope, I already know it's gonna trigger my trypophobia. So no, thank you.
Let's just say that we wouldn't be alone in there, and we would be greatly outnumbered.
Let's keep
All right, moving on.
walking.
Just keep walking. Just keep walking.
The
Keep
hours
moving right along.
pass, one after the other, just continuing the same upon the same, things not really changing, until about 7 hours later, when you're starting to get tired. you see there are far more scorch marks on the ground now. And as you continue on, you start to see buildings. You have found what looks like a dwarven city, boarded
Nice.
up and burnt. Every building scorched. You can see dwarves made of pure obsidian in the street, looking as if they were sprinting towards the exits before turning to stone.
So we're not staying around here then.
Now, are these petrified statues, like looking back, or are they looking ahead?
Some of them are.
Okay.
Billy will walk up to one of these statues and give it like a little, like kind of a plink to see how solid it is, like with his knuckle.
Fully. No hollow sound at all. You
Well,
may.
hmm.
Raz is asking if they can cast Mage Armor.
Do we see any light sources in the city? Any stairs that would lead up, or anything like that?
No, most of them seem to be built into kind of a collection of walls. But most of the buildings look mostly accessible. But something you do see in the distance is a large palace standing high above everything. And on the stairs, you see movement,
Crap.
along with a faint red glow.
Crap.
It's. I'm going behind Haleo.
As you see up on the stairs, maybe 1,000 feet away from you, what looks to be a heavily damaged golem trying to drag itself up the stairs. Do y'all wish to approach?
How big is the golem? Is the question.
It's hard to tell at this distance, but humanoid-ish.
Does it
Do-
seem? You know what? Talia will ask Hesler. Do the dwarves have golem protectors?
I wouldn't be surprised. One of the most famous craftsmen on the planet, only partially rivaled by the gnomes.
This thing, if it can communicate, might know what happened here and might know the way out. We should probably help it.
I might be able to speak with it if it knows a form of Dwarvish, if it can even speak.
Khalil will start approaching, making sure that Raz stays back just in case the thing gets violent.
Yeah, I'm staying back.
I would be following just behind you just in case to keep you safe.
But Khalil approaches, like, and starts getting within, it gets within his reach, but like stays tense just in case he needs to jump back.
You see a creature with almost a stone sash around its waist, flames billowing around the head, but they look like they've died down a good bit, and their hands glow as if they were made of molten magma, but all of it seems only half active. A lot of it starting to die out. It looks heavily damaged. Only one arm able to reach out, grab the next step, and slowly try to pull itself up. If you look at artwork, you will see what it looks like. It's that middle one. But as
Nice.
it is trying to move, it takes no interest in you as it continues to try to pull itself towards the gate the entrance to the palace above. And as it does, you see it slips and it begins to tumble backwards down the stairs. And as it does,
Can I attempt to? Oh, I was gonna say
that
okay.
It is
can
on
I-
fire.
for tonight is where we're going to leave it. Good job,
Phew.
you guys. That was a lot of
We'll catch it
fun.
next week.
I'm very curious to see how things go next week and what y'all do in this strange, abandoned dwarven city. For those listening in, we thank you for joining as well, and we will see you next time. Peace.